Did you lie to me?
I am the Raven Keeper.
What did you see?
And I picked Jeff with a G and still.
Oh.
I think I've played with everyone at least once in here, apart from Alex, understandably. Poor Alex.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no one's played with me before. Never played.
Yeah.
Alex, you're gonna do
To
great.
do that.
Yeah,
Is
You're
this your
gonna-
first game, Alex?
You're gonna draw the demon. It's gonna be wonderful.
Yes, the new player curse.
Yeah, my family plays werewolves, and I tend to be the storyteller.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. You're at least familiar with the general idea then.
I will warn you, every time I play with new players, I am always evil with only new players. So we're going to be on a team together and you get to deal with me.
You always appear evil to new players as well.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's going to be me, Guggy, and Alex as a team. That's just what it's going to be now.
All right, guys. Hi.
Got it.
I am now streaming. I'm now live, and everyone should be able to hear.
Hello.
I would like to give Alex. Would you be willing to share a little bit about what It Gets Better does, just so the stream and everyone here can know, and maybe talk a little bit about your experience here while I set up the game?
Yeah, of course. So thanks so much for having me. So the It Gets Better project covers probably about 20 different countries. So we exist globally to inspire, empower, and uplift LGBTQ+ youth. So I'm the director of the UK arm. So we launched in the UK in 2018, so almost 5 years old. But there's countries like Russia, Spain, Portugal, Mexico, Brazil, Hungary. Like everyone covers very different broad experiences. Primarily, we're about storytelling, so we tell It Gets Better stories as members of the LGBT community to try and combat self-harm and suicidal ideation in LGBT youth, because that's still incredibly high. So it's about telling positive messages, particularly in a world where even countries which have kind of good rights seem to be slipping back on them. So it's about trying to kind of make sure that someone who's perhaps young, coming to terms with who they are, doesn't feel like they're alone and isolated, really. So really grateful for everything that you've all done to fundraise for us, and great to be here.
Yeah, and we really appreciate all the work you do, Alex. I'm super excited to have you here. I have I've been nonstop talking about this for probably 2 weeks now.
True.
I'm looking forward to it. It's very nice.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
just wanted to say, honestly, as as a queer person myself, and as this community, that there are a lot of queer people in this community, and I think I'm of an age. I remember being in high school. I think when the Trevor Project and It Gets Better really started broadcasting their messages in the U.S. and it was a time that I really needed to hear that message, and it was a time that I think a lot of people really needed to hear that message, and it continues, unfortunately, to be the case that people continue to need to hear that message. But I just really appreciate, again, the organization, the work that you do, the fact that you're joining us here today, and the fact that we can fundraise and stream for this organization, because it's really special to my heart, and hopefully we can kind of continue to pass along that message.
Yep.
Thanks. I really appreciate that.
So for those watching at home, I have not closed the charity link yet. So if you still want to donate, that's still an option to you. And I'm going to continue running, and I'm going to start running this game now. I've selected the characters completely at random because Trouble Brewing does that really, really well. And so I'm gonna pass them out, and I'm gonna start setting this up and send you guys tonight. You guys are still able to talk at night, and I think I'm gonna pull Brad into a private chat since he has a little bit, and run this game.
Yay!
Here's you guys' characters, and good night.
Good luck, everyone.
Oh, cool. Demon.
So, tell me,
No, you're not.
what's this character IMP? Is it like an EMP?
It means you learn the alignment of your neighbors.
Excellent.
They're your
Oh,
minions.
he got
and
the
they're both
mystic.
evil.
You got the empath.
Ah, the
Yeah, you start
impact.
knowing. You start knowing where the minions are.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
This is fun.
It's quite a powerful townsfolk
Yeah,
role. You
I'm
need to tell as
excited.
many people about it as possible.
Have I been librarian? I'm
You
sure
win
I've
if you
been
get
librarian,
executed
like
day
once
one.
or twice, but it's so I very rarely see librarian. I've never been librarian. Wow, cool. All right, let's see if we can get a win as the librarian.
Oh boy, I get to be the drunk this game.
Oh boy.
Boy.
Do you?
Alex, have you been doing a lot of streams for the It Gets Better? Or is this the...
You're taking my streaming virginity in terms of this.
Oh, okay, so this is the first? Oh, okay.
Are you trying to give a hint of your character?
I'm just seeing a lot of blue icons appearing in the middle of the screen.
Oh yeah, you don't know how to do the little code.
Yeah, we have codes.
It's fine. I'll put my hat on.
Hello.
Hello. We have a butler in this town.
Oh, I love it. Great.
And that butler's either Calliope.
Okay.
Or Housey.
Or Housey. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Good luck.
Bye. Do I think one or other is the spy specifically? No. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think I'm drunk. That is, like, I think I would, or not drunk. I could be drunk. I don't think I'm poisoned, which is nice. So we're probably in... I'm gonna guess it's Poison or Scarlet Woman. It could be Baron Scarlet Woman. I just think Poison or Scarlet Woman, from a introductory game perspective, is probably one of the more, I don't want to say fair ones, but like, it's a little bit more balanced. Also, apologies. The size of my window keeps changing. That's true, actually, Delise Mig. But I much prefer not seeing a drunk. Because it just means that one of us is. It's something you want to do occasionally, but I think I'm going to try to start.
Good morning, town.
Never mind.
You all awaken to find that I and Brad have been completely murdered in the night. One of you did it. It's up to you to find out who. I'll give you guys time to chat privately before I call you back. When I gong, it will be a soft gong, so you have about 20 seconds to finish up your conversation.
Oh god.
Before you have to come back. If I gong a second time, it means come back immediately.
Bones, I'll get you second, but Jacoby got me first. Hello.
Hello.
How
are you?
I'm good.
I would very much appreciate a hard claim, and I'll give one back.
Fascinating. I'm the butler.
Ooh, that's fun. Okay.
Are you like? Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, not librarian. I don't have anything on there.
Okay.
Gonna keep that a little tight right now, but we'll see.
Okay. Cool.
Because as we know, all empaths are drunk.
It's not. You're not wrong. A lot of them are. Okay.
Yeah. Well, thank you then.
Yep. Cool. Thank you. Bye.
Registrations be misunderstood.
Well, let's have an introduction then. Hello. Zarst. How are you?
I am well.
Good.
I'm a moose.
You're what?
I'm a moose.
Oh, you are a moose. Got it. Okay. Great.
Not a caribou. It's easy to misidentify.
I wouldn't have guessed caribou, so that's great. What would you like
I'm
to
also
do?
Canadian. I will tell you that I'm either the recluse, the washwoman, or the fortune teller.
Fascinating set. Okay. Well, are you the recluse? Because I am the other outsider, unless we have more claims.
I will tell you that it is unlikely that anyone will ever get me to hard claim.
Okay.
Early in the game.
Recluse, washerwoman, fortune teller is what you said?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. All right, cool. That's fine.
All right, talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye.
I typically keep my roll under wraps.
I do
later.
too. I do too.
It's not like.
Hello.
Howdy.
How are you?
I'm alright. How are you?
Okay. I'm
It's been a
pretty
while-
good.
A while since I played with you.
Yeah, it has been a very long time. I'm glad that we're playing together again. What do you feel like?
I'm keeping it simple. I'm an outsider.
Oh, okay. Do you mind sharing which one?
You know what? Screw it. I don't mind. I'll pay this. I'm the butler, and Bones is my master.
Okay. Cool.
May I ask what you are?
Yeah, I'm the librarian who saw a butler between you and Calliope. That's it.
You're just not a spy or repeating information. You know what? For now, I'll trust you.
That's fine.
But I'm
We
keeping
can
that spy
execute
in the
me.
back of my head.
We can Okay, wait. First of all, if I was spy, I would have called it out first, right? I'm not the spy.
Definitely.
I'm not the spy. But I did want to make sure that there wasn't like a weird poisoning thing going on, and I was given one of the demon bluffs. And...
I mean, I'm gonna keep my master sort of by
Yeah,
half
yeah,
a good
no,
told
that's
with that,
fine.
so-
That's fine.
I know. I for now I believe you.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong.
And also, again, we can execute me if I can find a virgin. God, I'd love it. But okay, cool. Thank you.
All right.
I'll see you.
See you in a
Bye.
bit.
All right, so you are what? Scarlet Woman? Poisoner? I'm guessing it's a Poisoner Scarlet Woman game. And you are always evil, Kaza, so...
How do I pull evil tokens so much?
I don't know.
understand it.
What would you like to give?
I mean, I'm happy starting with 3s.
Okay, yeah. I am happy to do 3s. Sure.
Okay. I will tell you Slayer, Fortune Teller, or an Empath.
Slayer, Fortune Teller, Empath. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm marking you as Raven Keeper. Cool. I am. I'll just say I'm an outsider for now.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I
So I have heard of one else. So yeah. Probably not a Baron game, but we'll see if there's any others.
I have one other hard outsider claim, and then one that put an outsider in their 3.
Interesting. Okay. Yep.
So
yeah,
there is a chance that there's a Baron.
All right. Cool. All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye. Howdy, neighbor.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm pretty good. So has anyone talked with you about sort of how information is given out, or like common sort of things in terms of like what a 3 for 3 is or a 2 for 2?
Yeah, I've been learning about that from Blue.
Oh, okay, great. Perfect.
And Radio said there so quickly that I had no time to rate
Gotcha.
So that's good.
What sort of information are you comfortable with sharing?
I mean, I'm so going to play this wrong to begin with. Like, the natural tendency of me is to be honest about who I am.
Sure. And since you have a red token, you're having a hard time doing that?
No, I'm not. No, frankly,
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
That makes life easier as a newbie. I can be the
Okay.
innocent cherubic person. So I'm one of the townsfolk. I can definitely tell you that.
Okay, that's great. I am... you're not the virgin, are you?
I'm a virgin in terms of playing streaming in this game, but
Okay.
I'm not a virgin in
Okay,
terms of
great.
the law.
Because I would love to find one. I am a librarian. So I'm one of the top 4 roles. I have learned all the information that I'm going to get, and I have confirmed the person that I saw. So unless there's some weird thing happening with evil, poison, spy, I think I'm pretty good.
Cool. Well, if you told me who you are, then I'm the mayor, so I should be there at the end, apparently.
Ooh, okay, all right. I'm more inclined to believe that we have a poisoner that we just need to root out. Great. Love that. Perfect. Thanks, Alex.
Cool. I'll be coming back to you each night, being like, tell me more.
I mean, I don't get any more information, so like we can.
If I know who you are, then I can trust you. So that
Yes,
works well.
that's true. All right, I'll see ya. Like.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
Okay, can you tell Gogi?
Yeah.
To disagree.
All right, about that Grim. Hello. How are you?
The imp? I'm 0 for 6.
I am not the imp. No. Sorry.
0 for 7.
Sorry. Is that what you're doing? You're just going around.
Yes.
Are you the imp?
Where are you?
Okay. All right. I'll try this. Are you the imp?
No.
Okay. All right.
Unfortunately not.
Damn it. Are you the Scarlet Woman? Are you looking for a promotion? Just tell me whoever the imp is, Bones. We'll kill them today.
I don't know.
We'll let you slide. I'm kidding.
I don't know.
What?
Scarlet Woman.
What are you willing
I hope
to
I'm
share?
not an outsider. Middle of the pack townsfolk.
Okay. I am an outsider.
Okay. Now I have 2
Yeah.
outsider claims now.
Okay.
Oh, that means I'm okay, but I hate this game.
That's fair.
All right.
That's fair. All right. I'll see you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
So the way a nomination will work is
Gagi, let's wait a second.
someone will claim and nominate someone else. Anyone can nominate throughout the day. Each person can nominate 1 time each day and can be nominated 1 time each day. Living players can decide to vote as many times as they want, while dead players can only vote 1 time for the rest of the game. Dead players cannot nominate. I will give you a little bit of time to nominate in a little bit. For now, I'm going to give you time to discuss things. When I get to nomination phase, I will announce nominations are open. The first nomination will take half of all town, which will be 6 votes. If you get more than that on subsequent nominations, then the person with the most votes will be about to die or on the block. Whoever has the most votes at the end of the day, when I decide to end the day, will be executed and will die. Any questions about how that works?
What if there's a tie?
Oh yes, ties means that neither player will be executed, and if you want someone else to be executed, you still need to have more votes than the tie was. I'll give you guys a little bit of time to chat before I open any nominations, though.
Zars, did you tell me the truth?
No.
Okay.
Why do you think people are telling you the truth?
Oh my God.
Jacob?
I didn't think
Oh
they
man.
were.
So Zarst
knew
is
it was.
my
Man, lying in the
counterpart.
lying game?
Okay. All right.
Okay, so yeah, I've gotten 3 outsider claims, and one of them is claimed to be seen by a librarian. So we either have a Baron, or one of these outsiders is evil.
Funny enough, I've only heard of one other outsider. One.
I've only heard of 1. I have 2.
Yeah,
Kaza,
everyone keeps saying they've heard more.
Yeah.
if I am one of those claims, you can disregard that one.
Okay. Okay, noted.
You
But
liar.
you can regard me.
I am a liar. I'm
Certainly
sorry,
an
Bones.
outside- No, okay.
What?
That's
Lied in
not
a
game.
social deduction game?
I would
Never.
never lie.
So anyone heard of a virgin?
Nope.
No, but I'm sure there's somebody who's super sus about deception. So
Okay, guys, nominations are now available. You may nominate as you see fit.
Guggy nominates Jeff with a G. Jeff is both in a double claim, and also their information directly contradicts somebody who I trust more.
All right, Jeff.
The double claim shouldn't concern me. But that being said, I don't think you should. But I'm a bad kill.
Alrighty. It will take a grand total of 6 votes to execute Jeff. As a reminder, you can press space in order to raise your hand, or space to lower it again. When the clock tower hand passes you, if your hand is up, it'll count your vote. If not, it won't. It will take a grand total of 6 votes.
I'm kind of curious about this, but I haven't actually talked to Jeff.
It's too early. We can worry about it later.
Yeah.
4 votes is not enough. Jeff is safe for the day.
Jacob will nominate Atreides.
Jacob nominates Atreides. Tell us why.
This should be fine.
Atreides?
Yeah, I'm fine with this. If we have an Undertaker, this would be great. Yeah. But I am good, so I would prefer to keep hunting for demons.
Alright.
I think that's a lot of info, though.
Alright. It will take 6 votes to execute Atreides.
Oh. Interesting. And Jacoby keeps his hand up. Huh. Okay.
Alrighty, 7 votes is enough.
I
Atreides is about to die.
So Atreides, how comfortable are you with dying right now? Would it be a sore thing if you lived?
I'm not against dying right now.
Do you think you could still help town?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yes.
Zarst nominates Zarst.
Zarst nominates.
Oh, Zarst.
Zarst. Tell us why.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Well, Atreides seems to be happy to die. I think we should let Atreides die.
This is reading very weird.
Alrighty. It will take 7 votes in order to tie. And neither person will be executed. 8 votes if you will execute Zarst instead.
I'm taking this as a virgin claim. That is now a drunk claim.
That's what it looks like. Or just poison sniped, but more likely drunk.
That's very interesting.
Maybe like, I
if Zarst
nominated
is
myself
drunk.
day one. I can't be evil.
Alrighty. That was not enough. Atreides is still on the block.
I'll nominate myself.
Who is that?
Halsey.
Halsey nominates Halsey. Tell us why.
Another alternative to Atreides. If you want to keep Atreides, I'm fine as well.
How's everyone fine?
Alrighty. It will take 7 votes in order to tie this. 8 votes will be required to kill Halsey instead.
Halsey, Zarst, listen, as the spy and the Scarlet Woman, you guys are going to be fine with me gone. It's totally cool.
Shh, I'm trying to cover for you.
I'm confused as to what Zarst was going on.
Alrighty, that is not enough.
I mean, I think Zarst was claiming to be the virgin.
I feel like executing them would have probably given more info. I forgot to raise my hand in time. But whatever. It wasn't going to pass anyways.
Atreides nominates Calliope.
Atreides nominates Calliope. Tell us why.
I don't mind dying, but there's a sort of confirmation chain that I have between myself and at least a couple of other people. And I'd like to extend that confirmation and give the demon a hard choice as to who to kill at night, rather than make it easy. But yeah, that's all. I don't really know what Calliope is claiming.
Okay, Calliope.
I think this is a fine kill if we want to take it off Atreides. I understand wanting to extend the trust tree. If Town wants it to be me, I won't let it tie. If Town decides to execute Atreides instead, that's cool. I'm fine with dying here.
Alrighty. It will take 7 votes to tie, 8 votes if you execute Calliope instead.
Tough voting day.
Interesting.
Yeah, we can't get the kids to the polls.
I don't think we're going to get it off for treaties.
It's all right.
Yeah.
That is not
I'm
enough.
fine.
I'm probably going to push it to the end of the day now, as a lot of people have been nominated, but no one really has gotten even close to 7. So on the day in 10 seconds, 10.
Oops, all minion panic.
5. 1, 0. Atreides is executed and dies.
No.
Good night, town.
Grim reveal, come
Okay,
on.
so now we have to find the Scarlet Woman.
Hmm.
No. There's Charlie.
There's no need to
Someone
find
explain
him.
why people are happy to die.
I'm hoping that's the case.
All right, fine. I'm not happy to die. Yeah.
So certain roles, for example, if you look at the top 4 roles, the Washwoman, Librarian, Investigator, and Chef, they only learn information during the first night, and they don't learn anything else the whole game. So a common thing to do day 1, if you're a top 4 role, is to try and get executed or try to die on a virgin. That way you can potentially be confirmed by an Undertaker, if there is one, as a good player. Since you
Or
don't
a
have
spy.
anything else to provide, or a spy, if you don't have anything else to provide to town, really.
Yep. And since in this game you still get to play the game even while dead, there's no downside basically.
Yeah, aside from being restricted to 1 vote moving forward.
And no nominations.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a
You can still
good
talk
player,
and
but
get people to vote for you.
yeah,
If you're dead and you like raise your hand and like a bunch of times people will be like, hey, I can vote for you since I'm alive and you only have 1 vote.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they put their hand down. That's evil.
The other thing you want
Yeah.
to...
This is one of the many reasons why I like this game over Werewolf, though.
Yep. The other thing you want to keep in mind is that as town, we are trying to limit the amount of possible worlds that there are. And so we are going to be given misinformation by evil players. And the way that we sort of slice through that misinformation helps us narrow down where exactly the demon is, ideally. So, like, I'm happy dying, but only a couple of them should be like, we're happy to die. We need to start, like, delving into who is a possible demon candidate in this world. Though I will say, if I am the demon and I just passed, holy hell.
That would be pretty funny.
It'd be extremely
Then I would have been 1 out of 7 on my Grim.
You would have been 1 out of 7. It's true. It's true, Bones.
I mean, I've done that. I've claimed a role and got myself executed as the Demon Knight one because I had a Scarlet Woman.
Yeah.
And then people like trusted me for the entire game, which was amazing. I think I'm getting to a point where people just by default don't trust me anymore.
I'm on that bandwagon.
I'm too good
Don't
at
worry.
being trustworthy.
Look, don't worry. I'm there. I have a T-shirt. It says "Don't trust Blue."
Mine says winner, winner, chicken dinner, so clearly I've won, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, I'm at a point where I have like a 7 to 10 odds of being evil, which doesn't make any sense.
Right when it's random and you still end up being evil.
Are you like confessing to something right now?
No.
No.
I'm just glad there is no wig on this script, because if a wig and mortis is on a script, I draw wig and mortis every time.
Oh, I always end up the Fangu. If Fangu's on the script, I will become the Fangu sometime.
Oh no.
You will snake charm the Fangu.
Oh, I hate being the snake charmer. It's so stressful.
I love snake
Jump
charmed.
back.
Oh, I still love when I snake charmed Ongaku night 1. That was great.
That was a stupid game. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
so good.
Was there anyone in the game where the snake charmer got the demon, but then the philosopher turned into the snake charmer, and then snake charm said snake charm demon? So
Yes.
the demon
Wasn't
became a
that the
philosopher.
Ongaku game?
Yeah, that was the Ongaku game. Yeah.
Yeah, Zangaku was
been in
5
games
different roles
like
plus Mad as 2 other roles.
Yep. Oh god.
Not as what? I sure love Serenova's barista targeting or being barista targeted
It's
and then making
very
the same
fun.
air mat as two
Oh my
different things.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's actually funny.
That's a good play.
Yeah,
That's
It immediately
that was-
outs that the Serenovus was barista though.
Yeah.
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 I was so salty in a game I ran recently. I had a barista, and Evil was on the back foot massively. So I tried to give the pit hag 2 actions,
Oh no.
and it failed both actions.
Oh.
I was
Sometimes
brutal.
evil's destined to lose.
Yeah. I tried so hard. I then the next night gave the demon 2 kills to try and simulate a pit hag change.
Good morning, everyone. You awaken in the morning to find that Bones has died last night.
Oh,
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Ah, heck.
There are 10 players live. Good luck.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
What are you?
I'm the investigator.
Ooh, who did you see?
I saw
You don't have
a
to tell me.
poisoner.
Okay.
I'm not going to say my pings quite yet.
Sure,
'cause
but
one
you
of them
saw a
asked me not
poisoner.
to,
Okay.
But I saw a poisoner. And considering the amount of outsider claims, that makes me more likely to believe a poisoner barren world. But it could just be evil bluffing, or I could be drunk. So
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. And the poisoner, have you checked in with your pings and neither is the recluse?
Neither is the recluse.
That's potent. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's some info.
Yep. I was the librarian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. So you're a top 4. Great. Love that. All right. I'll see you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Trades.
Yeah, sure. What's up, Radio?
Hello.
Hello.
Apparently I have a trust chain going on, so I'm going to hard claim to you.
Okay, sure.
I am the monk.
Very interesting. Okay. Okay. I would protect Howsey.
Okay. I will do that. I protected Castle last night, but obviously that didn't work.
Oh, yeah, okay. I get Ravenkeeper vibes from Kaza. But that just that could just be me.
I didn't talk to everyone, so I didn't talk to Howsey, I didn't talk to
I see.
did
Okay.
talk to Bones, but I didn't protect them.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Thanks,
There's
Radio.
too many people. I'm not unlikely to actually hit the kill.
Also true.
It's early
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll see
Do
you.
you want to give me anything or?
Oh, yeah. I was librarian.
Okay.
Yep. That's all.
Sounds good.
All right. Bye. So are you looking at a virgin token?
No.
Oh.
No, I wanted to see if anybody would try to kill me at night.
Oh, I see. Okay. Got it.
Double bluff.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
I do have an overdue library book I wanted to return to you.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I'm dead now, so it doesn't matter.
Yes. Well, it may pass on
But
to your
yes.
descendants.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will talk to you later.
Great. I'll see you. Bye.
Jeff.
Hello. As the
Which
other always evil person, which
I
one
know,
are you?
right?
Poison?
No, recluse.
Oh, you are the
Which
recluse.
Yes, which registers as evil. Lovely. But yes, I am the
Interesting.
recluse.
Very interesting. Okay. All right. I think those are the only 2 outsiders I've heard of, so that's good.
I've heard of Butler and
yourself.
Satan 3 for 3.
You've
but
heard
I
of
don't-
us? Oh, okay. All right.
I
I
don't
want to
trust-
check in with this thing. We need to dial that down. I am the librarian.
Oh, okay. So you're the one that confirmed Halsey, I believe?
Correct. Yes.
Oh, that makes sense. That's why. Okay. Yeah, I'm the other outsider, just
Okay.
chilling.
Perfect.
Alrighty.
All right, I'll see you. Bye. Hello. Please don't tell me you were the Undertaker.
No, I was a virgin.
Oh, Bones, I really wish. Okay, all right. Oh, well.
Yeah, but like Calliope said, one of my neighbors is in a poisoner ping.
Wait, one of Calliope's neighbors is in the poisoner ping?
One of mine. One of
One
mine.
of
That's why I wanted to wait a day.
yours. Got it. I see. Okay. That's fine. I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. I doubt very much you star passed. Though I guess I wouldn't put it past you. I'm
not gonna give away my chance of killing if I'm this early.
That's fair. I was librarian.
Yeah, Halsey told me.
Okay, great. Yep.
I was just asking Halsey why he wanted to die.
Yeah, I would rather keep Halsey alive at this point. I think Halsey is essentially a confirmed good player, unless he's exactly spy.
Then a Butler claim is...
A Butler claim is weird because he would have had to... He gave me his role before I said anything, so he would have had to correctly deduce that was what I saw him as.
Yeah.
Which... rare and weird. Okay, cool.
I was just afraid of the fucking poisoner ping. I should have done it.
It's fine. I mean, I wish I had nommed you, and then we would have had an even larger confirmation chain. But okay, cool.
All right.
I'll see ya. Good luck. Bye.
Okay.
Oh, I've talked to a lot of people.
Who have I not talked to?
The only person I haven't. Hi,
Hello.
AB.
Can you narrow down who you might have seen? Was one either Kaza or Radio?
Radio was one of them.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other one was, I mean, I'll just tell you, I trust you. The other one was Zarst, who always plays Crazy Liar, but this time I'm inclined to believe he is actually just good.
Interesting.
Playing Crazy Liar.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Cool.
We don't have to go after it yet if we have a better kill, but I'd like to go after it eventually.
I think Radio is the safer of the two.
Okay.
Just in terms of roles that I've heard, Zarst is not giving me anything, and I don't think he's going to. Which is fine. I've played that way as well.
Yeah.
But...
the thing with Zarst is he always plays super shady, and so that makes you believe him when he's super shady.
Right, exactly. And being dodgy is not the worst thing, but it's Wait. Oh, no, and neither of your...
Things are claiming well, he had it in a 3. Oh, he did have it in a 3.
Is Zarst just poisoner? Zarst could just be the poisoner.
I've heard a hard
There's
claim
a
of Recluse
world.
somewhere else though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is
So
I think
I
think he might have been giving Recluse as a chance of just in case I was seen in an evil ping by someone. Like this could be a reason why until an actual Recluse came out.
Okay, yeah. I forgot he claimed that to me because I did have a hard claim with Recluse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. I don't really necessarily want to tackle it for now, but yeah. Cool.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, Calliope.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I can't message while someone else is in chat. Okay, got it. Cool.
Oh, yeah, because they're technically not in their seat.
They're not in their seat. So.
Oh.
Let me just whisper halfway across the room, please. Everyone else, close your ears.
That would be kind of cool. Yeah. Speaking of having a conversation.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Hello.
So what are you?
Yeah, I guess I'll hard claim. I'm the washerwoman. I still haven't talked to my second pig.
Jesus Christ, Cuggy. Okay, all right. What role did you see?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay, that's fine. I'm librarian.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.
Feeding it alcohol.
This day is long.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
I just figured I want to bounce some things off you.
Sure.
How are we feeling about outsider count at the moment?
I have heard 2 claims, essentially.
Yeah. I have
So-
2 claims, 1 soft claim, but then we have a possible drunk virgin.
No, I don't
Oh.
believe, that's not the
Okay.
case. Yeah, we're fine.
Okay, interesting. All right.
What are you?
I'll tell you. I'm the Raven Keeper.
Okay, all right. Got it. Cool.
Yep.
Thank you. Bye.
Yep.
Control
R.
R. Control R. Yes.
What are those?
Control F. That's not what you was.
He got it eventually.
Search the screen.
He got it eventually.
Yeah.
Well, we got it eventually.
Can you hear me
You're
now,
just
Alex?
telling him-
Yes.
Great.
Yay!
Alrighty. Sometimes there are some audio issues, and if you can't hear someone for some reason, if you control R, that normally fixes the issue. Anyway, hi guys, welcome back. I'll give you guys a little bit of time chat before open nominations.
So I learned something interesting.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if Zarce was doing a play to act like a virgin or not, but the virgin's dead.
I've had similar.
Yeah.
May I nominate?
Can we discuss what you're nominating first?
Zarst.
Not quite yet. Nominations are not available yet.
Understood.
I
mean, to be fair, Zars could just be,
That's why I said it the way I did. Because
Yeah, he has been
there's
acting a
always
bit
a possibility.
odd, but
I also
That's regular for bars.
but I'm intrigued by the 3 that Zarsk gave me and the fact that it featured a recluse as part of the bluff, because I could see it if... I've also heard of an investigator ping on Zarst, and that would be a nice cover until an actual recluse stepped out and spoke up.
Unless I've misheard, I've heard of an investigator who has specifically not seen Zarst.
Oh,
interesting.
I don't know if you or me have the wrong investigator ping.
Okay.
Or if there's 2 investigators, but I could have absolutely made a mistake.
I've only heard of 1 investigator, and Sarst was a ping.
I haven't heard of any.
And I'm probably wrong. It's fine.
I've not heard of
Can we have our investigator come out? Or are you waiting on a... yeah.
Virgin's dead.
The
I
virgin
don't
is
trust
dead.
anyone else who claims any other virgin, so it's me. I have the thingy, the looking glass.
Interesting.
Magnifying glass.
And is anybody
Magnifying
trying to
glass, thank
contest
you.
that at all?
Don't think so.
Okay, guys. At this time, nominations are open.
I would like to nominate Zarst.
Who is I?
Oh, Jacoby, sorry.
Jacoby nominates Zarst. Tell us why.
You're in 1.5 hard double claims. Everything that you've given me every single time that I've talked to is taken somewhere else. So I either you have a wacky play and a plan that I'm just not aware of, which is possible, or you are evil trying to spread misinfo. The end.
I'm not
Alright.
a virgin. I have a wacky play, and I have told someone who I am.
Alrighty. It will take a grand total of 5 votes to execute Zarst today. 5 votes is enough. Zarst is about to die.
Zarst will nominate Jacoby.
And Zarst will nominate Jacoby. Tell us why.
Well, I guess it's kind of pointless right now, and I'm apparently in a hard double claim, possibly, with 1.5 people. Everybody I have hinted at that I was hoping to get killed last night voted for me today, which implies that I think a number of them might have been evil and know that the only way to really get me out is to get me executed. I think this is a big mistake, executing me. Make the demon do it.
All right, Jacoby.
If you guys want to lift here, that's fine.
All right. It'll take a grand total of 5 votes to tie and 6 votes in order to execute Jacoby.
I apparently have no idea what's going on.
I'd rather put radio on the block, honestly.
I don't hate that either.
Okay.
If we are unhappy with Zarst, I think radio is fine to put on the block.
I can nom it for you, Atreides.
2 votes is not enough.
Blue nominates radio and pass the accusation to Atreides.
Blue nominates radio and pass the accusation to Atreides. Atreides, why?
This is the other half of the poisoner ping, and the role claimed was by radio is just something that I could see a poisoner claiming. And it's also not, it's a decently powerful role, but it's not crucial to Town's victory.
Alrighty, radio.
If I'm in a poison ping, I'm fully fine with dying.
Alright. It'll take a grand total of 5 votes in order to tie, and no one will be executed, and 6 votes will execute radio instead of Zarst.
Can someone put their hand up for me, please? If it's not going to tie. If it's going to tie, don't worry.
I will drop my hand if it looks like it's going to tie.
Okay.
I would have head voted on this.
I was getting ready to vote.
I wish I'd known that, Bones.
Alrighty. 3
I
votes
forgot,
is not
sorry.
enough.
It's fine, it's fine. Don't waste it.
Okay. I wasn't gonna vote on myself because I know I'm good, obviously, but I was fine with being put on the block. I hard claim to Atreides.
That's true. Radio did.
Oh, wow. We just got an extra $100 to the charity.
Oh, sweet.
From
Thank
Maddo
you so
Cat.
much. Thank you,
Thank you so much,
Maddo.
Maddo Cat.
Maddo, you're awesome.
Thank you. Hold on, let me get the heart up. Well, hats
I'll
off to
shoot Halsey for
you.
that.
Hats off to you, and lots of love.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'll say this now. If the team that I'm on win, which is obviously the good team, I'll put up another 20 quid.
Wow.
Let's
Thank
go.
you.
All right.
And it's like, I'm
Now
not going to
we
be doing
gotta.
much this game. I'm not going to be doing much this game, so give me an incentive to actually play.
Jacoby, you have something background?
Any other nominations?
I've heard. Yeah.
I think we might just have to stick with this for now.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't think it'll hurt Town too much.
Either that or.
I mean, you're doing a wacky play. Maybe it's because I haven't played with you, but you're reading as evil to me.
That's
he
my
always
thing.
reads as evil as the thing, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I just don't know you.
Alright, I'm gonna end day in 10 seconds. 10.
I apologize to Town now that the scent in Town is going to get much, much worse going forward.
What?
Yeah,
Secret hidden roll, the
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Maybe someone nom Guggy.
1, 0. Nope. Zarst is executed and dies. Good night, Town.
I couldn't nominate either if I wanted to.
That's fine.
My bad.
I've lost both of my co-STs.
All hub up there. There's no worries about that.
Yeah, I'm already dead. Put me up there.
I'm already the spy. I've already seen the Grim.
Right A down.
Yeah, right A down, right A down.
I just remember that it's rad.
It's
I was maybe a song with time in my head.
That's pretty great.
I mean, there you go. Yay!
I can never remember it as that, so I just remember it as downright A. If I hit that enough times, it pops up.
Yeah,
Fireball, fireball, fireball.
I'm just sitting
Exactly.
down, right, and A in any order a couple of times, and then the prompt comes.
Yeah, you'll get it eventually. I think it just rings in my head like that more easily since I play fighting games on occasion.
Bah! Oh man,
I know, this
Mine doesn't-
gunslinger one's in the wrong direction. I hate it.
it's so sad. I mean, it kind of looks like I'm shooting Guggy.
I mean, that's not
Poor
a
Guggy.
bad thing.
I'm
Yeah,
used to it at this point.
Not a bad thing.
I'll just shoot Jeff, it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I'll shovel you. Oh, I'm shoveling myself.
I need a drink. The handle's the wrong way too.
Oh, now I got 2
Well,
hours
you're just
more.
that drunk.
I kind of want to have a drink right now. I'm ready.
Hey guys, we should send some love to chat.
Oh
No.
yeah.
No,
Send some love to
Certainly.
chat.
Here.
I've forgotten what the code is again. Oh.
Right A down. Right A down. Or top.
Hats off to chat.
Yay! Now
Good.
we're 100% gay.
Yay.
Hooray!
Woo!
How the world should.
Taste the rainbow.
Okay,
Looks
something
like I'm
I need to talk
throwing
with Jeff with
the,
a G.
Rosary at radio.
It's possible we have just a drunk somewhere. Alex Blue Radio is a team.
Hello, everyone. Radio has died in the night.
Interesting.
There's 8 players left.
Okay.
You guys have some time to chat.
Works for me.
That's very
Star
spicy.
Pass? No.
Well, if it's
Yeah,
a star pass,
that was
it's
actually pretty odd. I was
starting
suspicious.
demon. at
Yeah.
the
It
end
could
of
be
the Skull
possible.
Omens radio.
Zarth-
Radio, if you don't mind, what were you?
I don't know if I should say that publicly.
You don't have to if you don't want.
I can jump in
but-
private.
I think it's fine. I need to chat with this person. Hello.
Hello.
What are you claiming, Jeff?
I'm an empath who on night 1 got a 1, but then I've gotten 0s the last 2 nights.
You are an empath.
Yes. But I'm locked between 2 people who, I believe to be good. Guggy's absolutely certain. He's neighbor. Now, I guess, on day 1, I might have called a question. It's one of me.
Interesting.
So either I was...
That's a double claim.
I'm in a roll swap. Oh, I shouldn't say I'm in a roll swap. Damn it. I forgot I was really in a roll swap. I'm really pissed to be claiming I'm the soldier. But I'm in a roll swap with the soldier.
I see. Okay. Okay.
And I've been fucking it up.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Okay, so you're empath with what numbers in sequence? Just ones?
0, 1, 1. Oh, sorry. 1, 0, 0. I read it backwards. 1, 0, 0. Night 1, I got a 1.
0,
0, 0.
Fascinating. Okay, and so last night you got a 0.
Yes.
So we have a poisoner still alive? Possibly. Or you're just the drunk.
I could be the drunk.
Or you're the drunk, which still fits with I want blue dead. Okay. Okay, I was librarian.
Okay. And what did you say?
Both of the people that I saw are still alive. I want one of them to remain alive more than the other.
Who do you want to remain alive more than the other? I mean, I won't kill them. I mean, that's if you see me making a push on that, then you know I'm not. Then you know I'm evil.
I know, that's fair. Yeah. Is there a world where you're evil? Possibly. I need to talk with Jacoby now. I hate it.
Okay, okay, you can come back to me on later.
Okay, all right. I'll chat with you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
The minion, both the minion and the demon were shown in an investigator ping, which isn't impossible, but
I mean, yeah, it's not possible. It's not typical.
It's very
play.
weird. It would be weird.
It's a risky play because investigator
Yeah.
pings are almost always going to get executed.
yeah.
Yeah, it seems
that's the
odd
case-
to me. I'm guessing we're in a spy world, but I don't know.
I don't feel like. Well, actually, it
I-
might be.
I am going to just throw. I'm metaing that we're not in a spy world, but
I mean,
maybe
that's fair.
I mean,
it's
it's
just a
possible,
very hard roll, and like I have a feeling this is a little bit more akin to a friendly
Well,
introductory game of Trouble Brewing.
Do
than a
keep in
spy.
mind, Imp did say they were going to
It was
randomize the
random.
rolls.
Yeah, it was random.
Oh, that's true. All right.
So I
Yeah,
think
always
you can't
random
really
rolls.
bet.
Okay, I think it's
Hello.
important. What did you see and who?
I'm confirming Alex is the mayor.
Oh, I hate that. Okay, all right.
I hate it. I as
It's
soon as
fair.
I heard mayor, I was like,
Who
I don't
else?
like this.
Who else
And
did
then
you
it-
see?
Jacoby.
Fascinating.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Cool.
I'm
Librarian.
also fascinated by Jeff, who's claiming empath 1, when I know that my information's correct.
Yeah. Well, empath with a 1 on night 1.
On night 1, that's true. But
And
I feel
then
like
0,
that
0.
was after I've. like,
Jeff could be
changed
poison
after I
snipes
changed.
night 1.
Fair.
Like,
But I did call out in the middle of town that Jeff's information was contradictory in mine. So
sure, that's true. Okay. Librarian, I can confirm the butler.
Yep. Cool.
Yep.
Now I know who the butler is.
I'll see
I know who you were confirming.
What's going on?
What's the mez word, you spy?
I'm not a spy. But you're not the empath, I have heard.
One of us is.
Oh, motherfucker. All right. And the other of you is the soldier, is what I'm hearing.
That is a likely scenario.
Okay. Okay.
I will say absolutely nothing because I am just stressed.
You honestly think I'm the spy?
I know that there is a spy.
How do you
I'm
know
confident
there is a spy? I don't
That's a
think
good
there's
point.
a
I'm
spy.
confident there's a spy. Just the night deaths.
No, we had the virgin. We had the unprocced virgin killed.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh no. Zarsk
Yes.
is- no.
Bones.
Oh, they got procced.
Bones was the virgin. Allegedly.
Sure.
He was
Radio's
worried.
claiming monk,
Yes, radio is claiming monk.
which is also BS because I've heard.
Which
people
again,
with
like
weird
I
information.
think in terms of poisoner, I think monk makes sense as a possible bluff to stay in the game,
Yeah.
at least to mid game or late game.
Sure. I will say that there was a source of information that was in town that wasn't making sense, and I've since talked with this person, and after we killed radio, their information is now making sense.
Okay. I'm trying
So
to understand.
either the other person is evil and now pushing it onto radio, or radio is just the poisoner.
Got it. I see. Okay.
That's about all she wrote on my end.
Yeah, I don't know. I do find it a little bit weird that I apparently saw either Housey or the investigator as the butler.
Housey or who is the butler?
Or Calliope.
Oh, as the butler?
Mm-hmm. It's just a like why?
I mean, who else are you going to put in the ping, though?
Yeah, that's
Almost
true.
Calliope's evil.
Like that's true. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
How many
and
top
and both of
That's 3 top
Calliope's
fours.
both yes.
Oh, but it's all random.
It is apparently all random. Anyway,
okay.
Let's do this.
How many living?
There's 8. Maybe I counted wrong. I don't like that.
Alrighty.
I definitely
welcome back,
want-
everyone. I'll give you guys a little bit of time to chat before open nominations. I believe there are 8 of you alive, which means you'll take 4 votes to execute someone today. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm starting to believe the spy world if the dead claims are accurate.
I'm thinking the same.
Leo, thank you. I appreciate
Who
it.
died
as
in that
well.
one?
It's pretty good.
Bones is
I'm
claiming
pretty
Bergen,
content
who
with it.
no
I
one
need maybe a
nominated day
couple
one.
of more tweaks, but
okay.
I really
So
want
that
to do impression.
actually makes sense.
Yeah.
That's the
and-
highest powerful roll.
No,
I mean,
well,
not unpropped.
Also,
no.
Also, Zars was really easy to get onto the block, and then trying to get him off the block was really hard, which also would go in line with a spy game.
But if it's
Oh,
spy
yeah, Darcy.
poisoner, like, is it spy poisoner? Is it spy?
I've heard information that there's a poisoner.
There,
Yeah.
I've heard that too,
information
but
would
I don't
suggest
know if
that
I
there
can
is in
trust
fact
it.
a poisoner. Yes.
Yeah.
If
But
there's a
yes.
poisoner, then
the
the
poisoner
roles
is
they've
dead.
chosen is less important to actually poison and get rid of by executions. They're getting rid of possible town misinformation. I think that points to a world where there is no poisoner.
I should
That's
say
what I'm
I've heard information that there was a poisoner. If there's a poisoner, it's specifically radio.
Yeah.
The radio died in the night.
This is why I'm thinking there was never a poisoner. I think.
Or I'm sorry, Zarst.
Yeah. This is why I'm thinking there was never a poisoner. But
I thought Zarst wasn't in the poisoner pings.
No, he was.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. So.
I mean, if you think my information is bogus and want to get me out, I think that's reasonable, but
I think it's more reasonable to believe we have a spy Baron world.
All right, guys. I just realized I forgot to add my donation, so I just did that real quick. Anyway, it will take 4 votes, and nominations are open at this time.
If it's a Baron, then there's one outsider being extremely quiet.
If you're a saint, I think it's okay to come out. Sorry to
Jeff with a
talk over
G
you,
nominates whom?
Jeff with a G.
Nominates himself. Tell us why.
I'm looking at a world where I'm not going to get much good information, I think. So this might help clear worlds.
All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. It'll take a grand total of 4 votes to execute Jeff with a G.
I don't like self-noms at this point.
yeah.
We shouldn't be putting that on a block.
I want it on the block because Jeff with a G is one of my highest minion/demon candidates.
Okay,
Right.
that's fair.
And I thought this was going to happen yesterday, so I wanted to give an opportunity because other things came up.
Can I ask how Kaza has not been mentioned in any conversations that I've heard of so far?
This is also another one, but
Yep.
Jeff is more higher priority for me.
I think Kaza might be a minion at worst.
I'm fine if people want to kill me at some point, but
Sorry. 4 votes is enough. Jeff is on the block.
Are the clock hands still? Oh, never mind. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I had forgot to close it.
I just want to make sure that I didn't have to refresh. Oh, sorry to talk over you again.
Actually, no, I won't nominate.
I
Actually,
think
no, I will.
Calliope is a good bid here.
I was actually going to nominate Jacoby.
Who nominates Jacoby? Sorry. Housing. So that was why.
I'm just looking through my evil candidates. Yes, Jeff is one of them, but in my world, this is potentially another. With Jeff seems self-nominate sales, I think it might possibly be that Jeff might just be a minion, and therefore I'd rather go for someone who's potentially a demon.
My defense is
I don't like
I don't like how many people like to die.
Alrighty. It'll take a grand total of 4 votes in order to tie it, and 5 votes are going to be required to kill Jacoby instead. starting now.
Just a fair warning, if you guys don't kill me now, you guys are going to have trouble doing it later. I would rather get out of here while that's still an option.
I think I trust you.
I don't know.
Sorry? Okay.
I'm not gonna work. Well,
1 vote is not enough.
I think I'd like... Again, I think I want Calliope on the block.
I will nominate Calliope.
Alrighty.
Sorry, Jacoby will nominate Calliope.
Jacoby, tell us why.
Atreides?
It's weird that we executed one of the alleged poisoner pings and the other died that same night, which leads me to believe that there are no investigator pings. I don't know if Calliope is specifically the poisoner, but I think it was some sort of minion play to try to get 2 of our decently powerful rolls out.
Alrighty. Calliope.
Yeah, I also don't know how to make sense of that. So if you believe that makes my information bunk and you want to get rid of me, I think that's a reasonable thing to do. I will not at this time.
Alright. It will take a grand total of 4 votes to tie it. 5 votes if you execute a Calliope instead of Jeff.
Don't tie this under an
Atreides, while I understand where you're coming from, a simple solution is that Calliope is the drunk, and one of the outsiders is lying about being an outsider and is actually a evil.
This is way easy. Too easy to lift off. Jeff.
How? Oh,
yeah, I feel like it, honestly,
5 votes
the evil team
is
right now
enough.
is Jeff.
Calliope is about to die.
Okay.
I just want to make sure people are not forgetting that possible option.
I will say this: it was not easy to get off. It was just literally 1 more vote than it was needed. Well, not even.
2 more people were willing to vote, but they dropped.
I
dropped.
I don't know why people were so willing to put Jeff with a G on the block when Jeff with a G nommed himself. That's not at this stage in the game. That is not a.
It was based on private conversations I've had with him.
I would like to suggest something. The only person who doesn't seem to be having that, who I haven't spoken to yet, and I don't mean this in a very nice way, is Alex.
Because
I'm still learning the games.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say new player curse and everything like that, but yeah.
Alex.
Hey, you know what? I'm happy to lose to a new player.
There's also confirmation on Alex, unless and if there isn't, then maybe I know exactly who the evil team is.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna push for nomination today and end the day in 10 seconds. 10.
Yeah, I think Alex has to be evil with a very specific team.
Can you give me insight on that tomorrow, Atreides?
5.
Yeah, I can.
1, 0. Calliope is executed and dies. Good night, town.
Wait, I thought that would go to a grammar field.
I have stated publicly my information previously that I was the Undertaker. So those of you who jumped off into conversations yesterday, I was the Undertaker.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
Yeah,
Oh, no, wait, you guys did today.
That's one of the reasons
I
why
guess-
I'm starting to lean towards spy.
Okay.
Well, that was an execution, not a death and egg.
Oh yes, but the way the votes went for that day.
I'm leaning towards Scarlet Woman Poisoner and the demons just getting good kills, but
It's
also
possible,
I
too.
can absolutely.
I mean, like, yeah,
it's
hard
100%
to
a poisoner.
distinguish
though, I
between
think.
spy and demon gets really lucky.
I do think everybody's been really excited to die this whole time, so Scarlet Woman's totally a possibility.
The thing is, Calliope could not have been drunk based on outsider count.
Yeah.
Unless the
I
outsiders
heard
are
somebody
lying.
who.
Unless one of the
claiming
outsiders
to-
is lying. Yes, that's true.
Or I got poison sniped in the night, and there is a poisoner,
true.
but it's neither of the pings.
Yeah.
I have heard a
That's-
claim
I'm leaning
of somebody
towards-
who claims to have information that suggests they were poisonous the first night.
I'm leaning towards Jeff being.
God, how is this all getting so weird?
Oh, that is a good point. Yeah.
So I do think the person who's claiming that is evil in a lot of worlds, but there's a claim of it out there.
I'm still down to get rid of
I
that
only
item.
have one candidate for Poison Night 1.
Be right back. I need tea. If I'm needed, I'm afraid you have to wait. I'm just getting a cup of tea.
Well, Atreides, if you're talking about an investigator, yeah, that seems to be the only valid one in my eyes as well.
No, I'm talking about someone else actually. Based on the information that I've heard and confirmation, there's only one person who could have been poison sniped, or that person is the drunk. In which case, what's going on with outsiders?
Since if Calliope's information is correct, I see no reason why a demon would ever kill either of their poisoners.
Oh yeah, especially, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
So
weird.
like in that world, you are exactly the poisoner and you're not the Undertaker. But if you are the poisoner, then chances are it's a spy game. Because otherwise I don't think you
Hello, everyone.
go with an Undertaker bluff.
You awaken to find that Kaza has died, and their corpse is rotting.
I
Six
have
Flares
some
Life.
interesting info now.
Interesting. Did
Hello.
you lie to me?
I am the Raven Keeper.
What did you see?
And I picked Jeff with a G and saw Scarlet Woman.
Oh.
Which, yeah.
Jeff with a G, Scarlet Woman. Okay, what is this world?
Yeah.
Jeff with a G, Scarlet Woman. So that answers the poisoner, actually, because Jeff with a G was my only candidate for possible poisoning night 1. Jeff with a G claimed empath who started with a 1 and got zeros the rest of the night, but he is seated between a washerwoman who can confirm Alex, basically. So
Okay.
so Jeff with a G, evil candidate.
Yeah.
Okay. Calliope saw a poisoner.
Yeah, between
Not on a recluse. So I guess Calliope could have been drunk, and one of the other outside. Wait. So then, if Calliope is the drunk, or maybe was poisoned, then Blue has to be evil. Because I can confirm Howsey.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
So I think we kill Blue. I think we kill
yeah.
Blue. Blue is sort of confirmed by outsider count, but also not really. Like if we're going off the realm that Calliope is drunk.
Yeah, that's one of those.
Why would I still don't like... Something's bothering me about seeing Calliope in my ping.
Okay.
Because if Calliope is either investigator or drunk, I don't know why that's the choice. Maybe drunk.
Maybe. Okay,
I guess I could have been poisoned. That's true. But if that's the case, then why? Because Alex is evil and people were worried about me being an empath?
Could see that.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
All right, I
That's
want to
helpful.
try and get my info a little bit more.
Thank you.
Like at this point, I'm not fine to die anymore because at this point we do have to go out for demons. But
Howdy. So
hello.
Either you and Alex are evil.
Yep. And probably Jeff, because I don't see why you would give a 1 there. And then follow that up with...
That's also true. Jeff has...
Well, I guess theoretically we could be Poisoner and Spy. And then Poisoner's been poisoning every night after. So...
Definitely possible. I think Jeff is potentially just lying.
Yes. Especially considering, like, so many people are willing to vote Jeff off the block.
There's not a... So... I don't think Jeff is the demon. But he could be...
Yep, I was like 100% Jeff's just a minion, and then like everyone voted.
So that's
to get Jeff off the block.
Kaza was Ravenkeeper.
Yep.
And saw Jeff with a G as Scarlet Woman.
Yep, that makes sense.
So yeah, I think that's what's going on. And then I think it's just blue.
The problem with it being blue is I don't have any like standing out there drunk possibilities.
Calliope.
Calliope is possible, but I'm actually I was saying it might be a spy game and Zarst was evil, so I think
maybe
Calliope
Zarst
could also just be evil. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna chat with Bones.
Yeah.
I'll see ya.
That was...
Hello.
Hello. I heard of Kaza's claim and.
Yes. Yeah. So how much do you know about that pick?
I have nothing on Jacoby and Alex.
Okay.
I know what you saw.
Alex is washerwoman confirmed. Unless Alex.
Washerwoman.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. Jeff with a G was seen as the Scarlet Woman.
Scarlet, yeah.
So
what's Jacoby?
Claimed empath. I think he's actually the soldier.
Okay.
He and Jeff with a G were in a quote unquote role swap.
We have to kill Blue then.
I agree. I'm down with that. Yes.
Right. Oh, Trey just
Better not make me triple gog you guys.
The elusive triple gong.
Thank you for
Sorry,
returning.
Daddy.
No, I don't even give triple gongs. It's 1 gong, 2 gong, and then I yank them back. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for coming back. I'll give you guys a little bit of time to chat before I open nominations. Remember, there are 6 players alive, I believe, so it'll take 3 votes to execute anyone today.
Atreus, do you think I should go ahead and publicly out my info?
I think it's pertinent at this point.
Okay.
Yes.
So I was the
If there's a Slayer
Ravenkeeper.
out there, can they shoot Jeff?
I wouldn't do that because I picked Jeff and saw them as a Scarlet Woman.
I guess
Well, we found the drunk. There's the drunk.
just for fun, I claim Slayer and shoot Jeff.
Did someone claim Slayer?
What?
How's he claim Slayer and shoots Jeff?
How's he claim Slayer and shoots Jeff? What's your weapon choice?
That's not gonna work. What are you talking
I am running at Jeff with scissors in my hands.
Oh. And I get.
Scissors,
And I
you start
disconnect.
sprinting towards Jeff. You fall down, landing with the scissors just scraping your ear. You're fine. And so is Jeff.
I would like to out my own info now a little bit. I have been claiming empath. I'm actually the soldier, and I think that the reason I didn't die is because Jeff and I both agreed to kind of keep it to our chest a little bit about who was actually the soldier. The problem shows up, obviously, when Jeff is a possible Scarlet Woman.
And who honestly has been forgetting to claim that. And I've also been forgetting to claim that I'm the soldier too. So.
That's fine.
Now, like I said, I now know who the drunk is. So. I know
well, either that or so. My other options are Kaza was evil and that was a pass. Kaza was poisoned. The poisoner is still alive. Or you're just the Scarlet Woman.
I still think that
Is it
there's
just-
almost no worlds here where the place
Is it just Jacoby Alex Scuggy?
I am not an evil. I've been trying to die every single time. A world where
That's like everyone on the grim.
If Jeff is honestly the Scarlet Woman, then there's been no Star Pass.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
We could have just killed the demon outright.
So that means the
Alright, guys.
Unless Poison
Nominations
was
are now open.
had to be a poison
Jeff?
kill.
Blue nominates Jeff. Tell us why.
Like I said yesterday, Jeff has been the highest of my evil candidates. I wanted him on the block. We lifted and put it on Calliope, who was also another evil candidate, but I think we should just continue with what we were doing and kill Jeff today.
Alright, Jeff.
The drunk saw me as a Scarlet Woman, so I know my days are limited here. But at least now we have that world where we have another potential outsider. I don't mind dying. I mean, like I said, I'm the real empath. I'm locked between two people who I suspect to be good. So I mean, there's not much value I can really add to the game anyway.
Alright. It'll take a grand total of 3 votes to
I hate
execute Jeff.
this.
in the world where Jeff is evil, the only other 2 demon candidates are myself and Blue.
Yeah.
There's
4 votes is enough. Jeff is about to die.
I just for a little bit of time nominate Blue.
Jacoby nominate.
Oh, sorry,
Blue?
Jacoby. I'm gonna keep on doing the I thing.
Yeah.
It kind of doesn't matter with the players alive who we kill first out of these guys. Blue is my personal world's only demon candidate because everybody else is in a little confirmation chain. That's about all I got. I don't think we should vote on this today just because we have somebody on the block and I don't want to risk a tie.
All right, Blue.
Unlike you, I've been very open about what I've been, never changed, never deviate. You even had my heart game since day one, although I did not have yours because you were in a supposed swap with the Scarlet Woman. You just rose even more higher to my demon list, but I want to get the Scarlet Woman out first.
Well, it's one of us 2, almost 100%.
All right. This vote will take a grand total of 4 votes in order to tie, of which no one will be on the block. 5 votes are required to kill Blue instead of Jeff with a G today.
We're going to 4? We're going to 4.
We're going to 4, so we'll probably sleep tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. It's gotta be.
I mean, yeah, we have a 50-50 right now. We're not executing either, so.
1 vote is not enough.
Yeah, and that leaves us on the final day trying to figure out if the demon passes the Scarlet Woman or not.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to get rid of Jeff here.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not getting good information anyway, so.
What's going on?
Alrighty. Alright, I'm on day in 10 seconds. 10. Two, 1, 0. Jeff is executed and dies. Good night, town.
I need to know who else Guggy saw. Buggies? No, why would you? Why would you see? Okay.
Quiet. Too quiet.
Yeah, we're all in deep thought.
Oh,
I mean, deep is a strong word for me, but
yeah.
I'm in
Oh, yeah.
some thought.
My brain
at all. I'm just sitting here watching.
My brain is continuously existing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm still getting over that blind side.
Good
Oh.
morning, town. We awaken to find that Alex is fallen ill.
That makes sense.
No.
That makes
do we
sense.
sleep? I mean,
Hello.
Who did you see?
I saw either Howsey or
You're
Calliope.
muted.
Oh. I saw Howsey or Calliope as the butler.
Interesting. Why did Howsey do the Slayer shot?
I don't know. I think Howsey was just being silly.
Okay.
Like,
I believe you.
Sure.
I have one problem though.
Yep.
You could be the spy.
That is true. That is very true.
And in that world, you are the spy. I saw one of the bluffs, which is the one you went with.
Yep.
You're covering for the butler.
If we want to kill
Calliope
Howsey,
was actually no. I just want you to know that it is an outside world I am taking that no one has brought up. I'm not going to bring it up because at this particular time, I don't think I could convince anybody because I'm already in a poisoner pig.
Sure.
But I want you to know, if you are the spy, I see you.
Okay, that's fair. I'm not the spy.
All right.
But again, if we want to kill Howsey, we can kill Howsey to remove that world. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Because Jacoby kept saying that they did not want to be, or they did not want to be in the final five.
Right.
They're still there.
Right.
Which is really weird, because I thought maybe they did a role swap with Howsey.
Oh no, they were doing a role swap with allegedly Jeff with a G.
Yeah, that's why I was confused, because that's usually the phrase you use if you're the butler saying, I don't want to be in final five.
I see. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily bad to have a confirmed outsider, but I'm wondering if it's not a confirmed outsider. I need to see who dies tonight.
All right. Talk. I just want you to know that's a theory I've been running through my head for the last couple days.
Yeah, that's fine. And if you want to think that I'm spy, well, okay.
Person I trust, and I've told Howsey the whole.
And I don't like that. I don't like to trust Howsey.
I know.
Howsey or Dougie's gonna die tonight. That's what I suspect.
Oh,
It doesn't matter who
Alex
dies.
have any
We
information
have
regarding
one-
There's
this?
some
Or...
fringe worlds where one of us is the demon, but I don't think so.
Yeah, we should probably think about this in case this is just some massive distraction play from Jacoby.
If
Look,
that's
the
the case,
demon
I'm the
should kill
minion and we still have to
Jacoby.
hit blue.
That's
Well, I mean,
true.
no, I mean in case you're the minion, demons elsewhere.
Sure. If that's the case, then I'm a minion. If that's the case, as long as we don't kill me for final.
I mean, in a
3 or 4.
theoretical.
Sure. I don't. As long as
Guys.
I'm minion at worst, that's fine.
All right. I'm just gonna remind everyone that we are at 4 live. What that means is if you execute and the person you execute is not the demon will likely kill someone else at night, bring you down to 2 people, which means the game is over and the evil team wins. Alternatively, you can decide not to execute and go to sleep and wake up tomorrow with only 3 players alive, most likely. And I'll give you a slightly better odds of hitting the demon.
I think it's down to a 50-50 either way.
Yeah.
Okay, is there any possible world where we have 3 evils alive?
I don't think
No.
so.
There's no possible
No.
world where he was alive.
There's
Have
a
these-
Scarlet Woman ping dead. There's 2 Poisoner pings dead. I think it's safe to say we've gotten at least 1 minion.
Did we ever clarify if the fortune teller was a lie?
The fortune teller was a lie. It was because of who was the Raven Keeper.
I'm going to be sleeping. I'm not nominating today.
I think that we should nominate while we have as many good players alive as. But I think that it's 3 goods alive right now.
Don't see why though.
Well, because it's a 50-50, and I want all of our good players alive for it. And like the less good players, the less votes, which means the less chances that we have to make a mistake.
We're going to have the same amount of votes anyways. Just with one.
No, because one of these good players will only be able to vote once instead of.
Well, let's face it. Tonight, either me or Guggy's going to die.
There is a
Yeah.
world
Probably.
where Housey was the spy who misregistered to a librarian.
I don't
There's
think so.
certainly worlds where either me or Housey are the demon, but in either case, if either one of us is the demon, we're probably going to kill the other one of us.
Exactly.
And if
Does,
my information's correct, at least with the Housey
Right.
being a spy starting, there would have had to
Sure.
been a star pass,
Let's
which couldn't have
see.
happened with my info.
The only thing that I know for
Alrighty.
almost for sure is that
Sorry,
either
Alex.
Jacoby or Blue.
All right. I'm opening up nominations at this time.
No.
If all living players want to go to sleep, then I will quicken the day. Other than that, nominations are now available.
I'm
I'm
tempted
will
to nominate
ask,
Jeff, but I
Alex,
just
do you
want to
have
sleep.
any
Is
information
that?
regarding?
Oh man.
Thanks, Guggy.
Video should-
Yeah.
No problem, Jeff.
Atreides, did I just say something that made you think a different world suddenly?
Yes.
A star pass from Kaza to Housey?
No. No, I
Kaza's
do
Star Pass
think
was on my radar.
I do think I saw the spy. I just don't think it's Housey. I think it was Calliope.
I was so.
Oh, I was your other
believe
king.
that. I
That-
also
that's
still
fine,
think
like,
that you're a possible.
Don't do
spy.
this,
Probably should've said that
Atreides.
That's fine.
before we were-
That's fine.
I would still like to go to sleep. Though.
I'm still
If
wanting to
it's-
sleep.
If it's a
I kind of
spy,
don't
then
care.
I have to either be directly evil or poisoned or drunk.
Well, if you
No, I think Jeff
got
was
either.
evil.
October ping on Jeff, then it's possible that it's actually just a
I think
spy
that's
Scarlet
that.
Woman.
I think that's that.
Either way, I would like to go to sleep.
I still want to just save us a day, but I will go to sleep if Town wants that.
I want to sleep.
I vote sleep.
If
Actually, I'll
that's the
nominate
world,
Jeff,
then
why
that has
not?
to be.
All right. It sounds like most of the living town wants to go to sleep, and so I will end the day in 10 seconds, unless someone nominates beforehand. 10.
And the way that
Jeff,
Housey
be
knew
good, I'm
to
sorry.
claim Butler was. Damn it! I should have went
If
to
Jeff is good,
Housey
Kaza's evil, and
immediately.
Kaza was a bounce.
Kaza can
0.
absolutely be the bounce.
The way that Housey knew to
No
claim
one is
Butler was because
executed,
Calliope saw
so no one
herself
dies.
as the Butler
Good night.
when she saw the Grim.
Going into your final day tomorrow.
boy.
Or the game is over right now.
Or at least I have seen
That's
Good job, Housey. We
Emma
did
do
it.
that, and
We
it's
won.
actually something
I
that
don't suspect
The-
a thing. All right,
I don't
I'm gonna
know
start
how I
posting-
feel
Housey.
about
Okay, brilliant. Good to know.
Great, great.
Um,
All right.
sort of forcing a player's hand when constructing a Grim. I like giving
This
people
is scary.
as
This is-
much
This is cray cray.
as much options
All
as
I'm
they
confused
can,
as
rather
hell
than
as
like
how- as to how
forcing a
we've made, like,
spy
zero
by virtue of being
information
seen
based
as
on
something,
or like
um,
one total.
to just
Yeah.
sort of leap into that role and be like, okay, this is my bluff.
For so long.
Unless it's drunk,
It's
in
because
which case
all
you
of
still
the
sort of.
information-
repeatedly sunk into a dead body. And then we
I
have to
saw
fiddle
Butler,
this stupid
yeah.
thing.
No,
Fiddler.
it's down to nearly 100% of 50-50.
Yeah.
So like we shouldn't have to go to the Fiddler because it's we're going to either lose on nominating and killing Blue or myself.
Again, there's definitely still worlds where it's near Housey, but it's almost certainly Blue or Jacoby.
I mean, if you think it's me, fine.
Alrighty, Town. Your final 3 living players are Housey,
God damn it.
Blue, and Jacoby,
Oh my
because
God.
Guggy has died.
Wow, I didn't see that coming.
There are 3 players alive, which means, guys, please.
That was-
There are 3 players alive, which means there will be no private chats today. Everything could be public. If you want to do a round robin, you guys do that yourselves. You're grown. I'll give you guys time chat before open nominations.
I want to say something. Hear me out.
What was Alex? I haven't heard from them since like the start
Alex
of the game.
was mayor.
What do you want to say, Blue?
I can confirm.
Is there a world in which Kaza being mayor bounced actually being the drunk? And if that is the case, if that is the case, because I know what I am, but if that is the case, that makes Halsey exactly evil in the demon. Is there a world? If not, then I'm only nominating Jacoby. If there is, and because I can see it, and if there is, I will nominate Halsey. But I need to know if everyone would be okay with that, because that's the only other world I see.
So Blue,
I think we should Dorito.
I'm happy with Doritoing. My world right now is Halsey, Jeff, Calliope. Calliope Spy, Jeff Scarlet Woman, Halsey Starting Demon, who I saw in a pair as the Librarian and was given Butler. I'm guessing probably Calliope, based on Halsey's fervent sort of claim of Butler, Calliope might have been shown that she was registering as the Butler when she received the Grim the first night. But it's either, in my mind, it's either you or Halsey at this point.
Atreides, I'd like to point out you were my first chat. So if that was the case, I just got blind lucky.
That's fair.
Calliope starting.
You could have just gone
and
Butler in your blow school, whatever.
I suppose that's also
Calliope
true.
was executed, so I don't think Halsey.
Halsey,
I don't think it's
maybe.
Halsey.
Would you like to start the Dorito?
Yeah, and I'm going to nominate you, Jacoby.
Okay.
I don't feel like
No, you won't. Noms are not open yet.
I hate to it, but I think it's a bit
yeah.
simple. I think it's just me and Blue are the outsiders. There is a spy. We've been left alive because we're the most detrimental team, particularly with me. I think it's just you, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Can we just
sure.
round robin starting with the Atreides, if everyone's okay with that?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I am the Librarian. I saw a Butler between Halsey and Calliope.
Alex,
What was... Sorry, who was Guggy confirming? I think I missed that.
I'm not sure I would have any value.
no, that's also getting ready to explain them radios and something. What we're doing in this round robin is we're stating our role, and if we have any information, you don't have to give that information, but it would help the team. So when I went to you, I was getting ready to ask you what we were doing.
Yep. Remember, you don't have to say anything, but normally people share all their information at the last day here.
So I was the mayor, so yeah.
Calliope's
I was the
poison
empath. I
pains make
received
no
a 1 on night 1 and
sense.
then received 0s throughout the rest of the game.
Guggy.
I'm the washerwoman. I saw Alex or Jacoby as the mayor.
Jeff
which
is
why I
claiming to have
jumped
been
out the entire game.
poisoned. That's
Calliope?
2 sources of misinformation.
I
Night
was
one.
the investigator who saw a poisoner between Zars and Radio.
I am the recluse, Kaza.
I am the Raven Keeper. I died at night, picked Jeff with a G, and saw Scarlet Woman.
Bones.
I'm the Virgin, and I was scared day 1, and I fucked up big time.
Radio.
As the monk, I protected Kaz and Halsey.
If
Zars.
that's the case, then someone is drunk. Oh God, was out.
Okay.
Zars?
Oh, sorry.
I-
I was the Undertaker who attempted to self-nom to signal to the Virgin to try to get Atreides off of the block.
Halsey.
I'm a Butler. I chose Bones, Blue, Gagi, and tonight it's Bones.
Jacoby. Can you hear me?
Jacoby.
Soldier, did that not go through?
It didn't go
go.
through.
That's the round robin.
I don't know who it is.
All right.
Dude,
At this time, I will allow nominations.
Yeah, I will say for a fact, in my world, one of our outsiders is lying.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
Well, if that's a duh, then we don't.
Well, it's either you're the demon or one of the outsiders is the demon.
Yeah. I've just been saying one of the outsiders is lying from like day 2 or 3.
If
if you
if
think I just
Jacob,
got blind lucky with Atreides, and so be it.
If that's the case, then it has to be blue.
yeah, but how's it you? I don't think you were my very first.
You were my first.
Okay. Okay. I
might not have been your
can't
first, but
confirm
you were
that.
my first.
If Jacoby is the demon, what is the team?
Jacoby,
Jacoby-
Kaza.
Yeah, I was going to say if Jacoby is the team, it's exactly Jacoby, Jeff, and either Calliope or Zars. And my leaning is more towards Calliope than Zars. And if it's my team, I do not know who I'm evil with. So
If
I
I
think
am
it's
evil,
Kaza Jeff.
if I am evil, who is my evil team?
I didn't talk to neither Kaza or Jeff till almost day 3. Jacoby.
Jeff, Scarlet Woman, Calliope, Spy, you imp.
Also, I just want to say,
It's my
if
word.
I am evil with Jeff, I literally threw him under the bus.
I'm sorry, I meant Kaza or Jeff.
I mean, you can throw minions into the bus.
You
No
could
problem.
also be trying to sell a drunk world, try and throw one of the outsiders under.
I mean, that's possible, but that play would have cost two evil players like,
That's
very quickly.
That's the hard part. Is I don't have a good drunk suspicion. It would have to be Radio the monk, or maybe even Jacoby the soldier, possibly the
either-
mayor. But I think we had a mayor bounce.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had a bounce.
I think the drunk would
Alrighty.
have been either me, Bones, or possibly Calliope.
I'm going to make a second call for nominations.
How's you
Did
want
you
to start
say-
the Dorito?
Okay, I'll nominate Jacoby.
All right, Halsey nominates Jacoby. Tell us why.
First part of the Dorito, and as I said, I think it's just plain and simple that there is no drunk. It's just me and Blue, the outsider. So by possibility, it's Jacoby. That's the world I'm in. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
All right. Before Jacoby makes your defense, when they say Dorito, Alex, that means just Halsey's going to nominate Jacoby. Jacoby's going to nominate Blue, and Blue's going to nominate Halsey. Jacoby.
I will make my defense the same defense I've made it since day one.
Calliope as poisoner.
Alrighty. It will take a grand total of 2 votes in order to execute Jacoby.
I do not like that Jeff.
The
G is
problem
voting
here
this.
is if Jacoby's a minion and Blue's a demon, we've already lost.
I can't vote unless Bones does. So
No, I cannot vote on this with the hand that are up.
Do not, Jacoby. Don't.
Oh,
Why would you
I
do that?
hate that.
Who nominates Halsey?
Alrighty. That is 5 votes, which is enough
That just
to
threw
put Jacoby on block.
Who nominates Halsey? That threw me. No, I have to trust Jacoby now. I have to.
Blue is going to execute. Is going to
What
nominate Halsey.
is
Tell
this
us why.
play?
I have to trust. Unless Jacoby's doing a play, I have to trust that Jacoby's the soldier. That leaves it only being Halsey. I can't. Okay. Is all my
Alrighty.
information wrong?
Sure.
Halsey.
it's fine, Blue. If you think it's me, it's me. That's fine.
Jacoby, why make it harder to lift off of you?
Because
It's either double
Alrighty.
bluffing or the minion.
I'm going to run this vote. It will take 5 votes to tie it. It will take 6 votes to execute Halsey instead of Jacoby.
This is the world. This is the world I believe in.
It's fine.
Okay,
Two more.
Bones, I would drop.
No.
That's fine.
Cookie wants to keep it on. I trust Cookie the most. If Cookie wants to keep it on track.
Bones is on the easy.
3 votes is also not enough.
How am I the most trusted, Blue? That only makes me want to kill you more.
I'll just finish the Dorito.
Yep. Jacoby's gonna nominate
I think there's
Blue.
only 6 on the board.
I don't know. I don't know why Blue didn't
there's
vote
nothing.
there
I
either.
can't vote. I can't vote.
Oh,
Yeah, how's it?
that's right. We can't beat this.
Actually,
Oh, can it not be
that's
beaten?
1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6 on the.
I
board.
don't
It would take
believe.
Howsy can't
Blue
vote,
I don't
so
see a
it can
reason.
still be tied.
Why would we? I
we
don't
don't
have
have.
any
We don't
incentive
have a
to tie.
living
The
mayor.
good should not vote here.
I don't know, but I'm still gonna run the vote.
My
Jacoby.
offense is I'm the soldier, but it's a little bit too late, so whatever.
Oh, this is. Oh,
right,
I hate
Blue?
this.
If it was Halsey, I'm sorry, guys. I really don't. I don't know. I honestly
Jacoby,
don't know.
why vote on yourself?
Alrighty.
It
It will take 5 votes to tie, 6 votes to execute Blue instead.
My big brain
Make
play
this
was
really
to
tie.
come across like a minion so we could bounce it somewhere else.
Okay.
Okay, that's an
Yeah.
interesting play.
I mean, it worked, but the problem is Jacoby.
We can't.
was a little
yeah,
bit
the
too
way the
much.
votes
It worked,
fell.
but we
Yeah.
That is not enough.
Nominate Blue.
No,
Math
no
was
more
bad.
people
That's my
can.
bad.
No
Yeah.
more people can be nominated or executed today. Jacoby is executed, and the game comes to an end with 2 players alive. Let's go to a grim reveal.
Halsey.
I will reveal what happened
Any
and
time
how
now.
this and what happened at the end of this game. It is a very interesting game. We'll start off with
the drunk?
Guggy, our washerwoman, who saw a mare between Alex and Jacoby. Of course, Alex was our mare, who died about a day too soon. Where do we go to next? One day Alex was attacked. I decided to bounce that kill into Kaza, where Kaza learned that Jeff was indeed our Scarlet Woman.
I love you, Jeff.
We had a virgin who is actually our drunk who died the night.
Oh, there it is.
No spy.
Boo.
That actually makes sense why you died in the night.
We have an Undertaker, Zarst, who correctly saw Atreides as a librarian.
Yeah.
Atreides saw a butler between Calliope Spy and Halsey. The spy registered as the butler for Atreides' ability. Blue was our recluse, which is our second outsider in this game. We had Radio, our monk.
Huh.
Halsey, our imp, who won the game because they survived. And
But I
Jacoby
said
was
we
our
have to
soldier.
get rid of our
You had to
Congratulations goes to our evil team.
Final 3.
That was an amazing game.
Wow.
You had the world of Atreides.
Yeah, Atreides, you said the world where you saw Calliope as the thing, and my heart skipped a beat.
It was the only thing that made sense with where drunk claims and poison claims were going. Like there was just too much.
That's what made me ask
It was
if there
literally
was
the
any
drunk-
world where Halsey was evil.
Yeah, that's.
There's literally there was a
spelt it out.
buried drunk somewhere.
I spelled out that Halsey was the demon.
I know.
Look on the upside. I like to point out. I said if my team would win, I would give £20. So
That's
I will.
true.
So you can take. You can take. You
We're-
can take
You're on your word.
I'm gonna believe the headcanon that I gamed through just for that purpose. This is Atreides with Nocturne Gaming. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the never-ending murderous saga of Ravenswood Bluff in Blood on the Clocktower. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a quick thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and let me know what moments you most enjoyed in the comments. If you're looking for even more ways to support the channel, check out our merch at the link below, or join our growing band of supporters on Patreon. Even what amounts to a Starbucks coffee a month really helps us out, and you get some fun free perks for yourself. Shout out to our current members. We count ourselves incredibly lucky to have your support. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time.